on here and kind of nothing was left. So I got new stuff. Hopefully it fits. It should be good. It turns by hand. It's not too hard or anything, but it's not crazy loose. Cotter pins in. The seal in the back should hold for what it's doing. Finally done with this. Would be the east field, the 30-acre field. Finally done with it. Got everything. I can walk away from it, and they dropped in hydro tanks off, and so they'll be doing that. I got to run over and disc the west side, the smaller of the fields on the other side of the creek real quick. Very surprised that this held up. The gangs squeak quite a bit. There was no squeak. One of these squeaked really bad.
Would you like to make an extra $1,000 a day using the YouTube app on your phone, the one that people use to watch vlogs, pranks, and viral videos? This is Rich.
Awesome to sit in a tractor and farm the long way versus going around, and we're able to go through the waterway here. And going through the Missouri crossing, it's a little tight. Maybe in the future I might put in a crossing here. So that's tight. Oh, that's tight. Well, I think if that can make it through, our planter should be able to. Maybe the markers on the planter rub. The only thing I think is I would widen out. I think this is a hair tighter than the other side, but worked out good. We'll get connected to the other tank and finish last 5 acres. No broken shanks. That was super surprising. It was now time to drive 90 miles with my brother's tractor and planter to the field. I had borrowed a neighbor's field cultivator in hopes to be planting the next day we got there. We got shut down by 5 inches of rain over the next week, and learn what happens to field tile when it gets clogged with tree roots. Thankfully, I had my lovely assistant Josie here to help get the planter and tractor ready for the long trip down the road. While she was airing up tires, I was switching over from soybean back to corn plates, and we got everything greased, aired up, ready to go. Of course, we had to fuel up. It was going to be a 90-mile drive, and then she took the truck with the side-by-side, and she met me there and gave me a ride home. I think top speed in this, 23, 24 mile an hour, so I guesstimate 4 hours. Hopefully nothing goes wrong. Pulling it with the tractor, you have all 4 hydraulic cylinders down pressure on 4 tires versus if you're pulling this with a pickup with no hydraulics, you only have 2, so it should be less weight on wheel bearings, tires. It should ride a heck of a lot smoother, so here we go. Quick stop at the halfway point, make sure nothing's too hot. Josie's already ahead of me. She's brought her book. Today's just the drive up there day. Supposed to get some rain this morning, we did, and then possibly rain this afternoon too, but tomorrow's gonna be like 80, the day after that 85, as long as it's not enough rain to not go, which I don't think it will be. We'll be planting tomorrow. All right, we made it 4.5 hours later. That's about how much time it took. Everything went good. It was about 4.5 hours, so a little more than I thought. Did burn a lot of fuel, that's for sure. Rode a lot smoother with the I bumped the tire pressure up to like 25. See if the planter fits through. And Hydrospar did. I think the planter will, but the planter is pretty dang big. Pretty wide. It's nice and easy. Renting that cultivator. I think it's 28 foot wide. How'd the dually pull?
It's good.
No issue?
Nope.
All right. So the goal of the day is to repair this waterway main that broke. It's an 8-inch tile. It's been sucking a lot of dirt through it. The hole I was standing to in the previous clip is right there. And if you follow the waterway, buried 3 deep below in the ground is a clay tile. And the reason why they call it a clay tile is because it was actually made out of clay. And back in the day, decades and decades ago, they used old trenches at 1 mile an hour and slowly dropped in these clay tile. The purpose of this clay tile is to drain surface water and to lower the water table so then your crops can yield better. Now somehow this 8-inch clay tile has broken, and in the past years it's created this suck hole. While it rains, it's also sucking down dirt through the opening and taking it out to the creek. So it'd be nice to just get this repaired. We can drive right over it. It's flowing quite a bit of water, and that is 8-inch plastic to clay. It dumps where the excavator is into the creek down there. I think it's broken right here, but we'll keep walking back and probably connect. Hopefully to here, there's a good spot. I think I should have brought my mud boots. Forgot to bring those. The best way I've found to make connections from plastic to clay being a bit bigger than the plastic, is you got to make some slits to expand it, and then once you slide it over, you can towel tape around it to make a good seal. Here I am measuring out the distance, getting a rough idea. Do the same thing on the other side, so you have clay and clay on one side. Here I'm using the excavator bucket to kind of dam up the water so we aren't getting flooded with water. Fit in the downhill side and then quickly run to the uphill, try and shove it on there, and now I'm realizing, yep, we made it a bit too long, so quickly run to the downhill side, cut it, make it a bit shorter. That was kind of a pain, and everything worked out good. So the biggest thing is to backfill it properly, to seal it up, and that way you don't have like a big chunk of dirt right next to it and it doesn't backfill right.
Help soothe a sore red nose with Kleenex, Australia's softest aloe vera tissue.
Children's Panadol can start to reduce fever in 15 minutes. That's fast relief for baby and for you.
Once we patched the sinkhole and drove the tractor down, the next few days it rained a total of 4 inches, and we found a problem with the tile. You can see right here, water bubbling up, and I think it's a tile. I don't have a bunch of experience identifying this type of stuff. Waterway comes through here, neighbor's property. I know there's an 8-inch main. Most likely that would run at the lowest point, which would be the middle of the waterway. So maybe the tile makes a turn, or there's something here that's backed up. All right, so we're gonna get muddy. This is above where I made the last tile repair. So guessing this is gonna be an 8-inch. It's flowing, something's broken obviously. Bunch of water's